This is day 13 of our Japanese tour, Takayama Float Festival Exhibition Hall. If you pause this, you'll see on day 13 we're up in Takayama. Using the JR rail system you can get to Takayama from Tokyo or Nagoya. A map of Takayama City in the top right hand corner is the Festival Float Museum. This whole area has got some shrines, exhibitions, museums, and it's quite neat and tidy and well laid out. This is the Torii Gate at the entrance to this area, and one of these shrines is called Takayama, and we walked through that and took some video and photographs. We picked the right time because normally there's about 1.5 million people visit this shrine in 1 year, and you can see that it's fairly old. It was built in the 4th century, and about that time the son of the emperor went there to pray before he took on a task of attacking a monster, or some story like that anyway. But it's a quite beautiful, quiet and peaceful area. We didn't go inside the building, it was closed. So then we walked up to the Takayama Festival Float Exhibition Hall, and I think this was the entrance to the building. Took a video of it anyway. This exhibition shows all the floats that are dragged through the streets in Takayama for 2 festivals during the year. The Spring Festival to pray for the coming up crops, and the Autumn Festival for the harvest. And like anything in life, this building of floats became a bit of a competition with the rich people of the area. The area is known for wood, timber production and breweries and other merchants. So these rich people went along and built these festivals, probably to show off more than anything, but they are quite beautiful and they're unique. You'll see in another video I made some very tall buildings, and these buildings in the street are where they store the festival floats. I've forgotten how many floats are in the exhibition, but one of the signs says that they're changed a number of times during the year. Here's a 5-story pagoda, which each floor represents 5 parts of the season. There are other displays, most of which are 1/10 scale replicas of different shrines and buildings in the area. So if you pause and look at each one, you'll see the 5-story pagoda and some worship halls and shrines. Obviously these are not marionettes, but little statuettes of the floats in procession and the people carting them around. And if you stop and pause the video, you can get a closer look at these. They're quite beautiful. Somewhere in amongst all this exhibition are marionettes, and they're made from beautiful embroidered clothing, and some of them are also puppets, and takes 3 people to work one puppet, and they're basically a skilled art in doing it. Have a look up on top of the float, you'll see the Emperor and the Princess. These wheels were quite beautiful, and they represent the Emperor's court, and these are some of the marionettes that I was talking about. So if you pause this, you'll see that these signs talks about an Enku, a monk, a Buddhist monk who wandered around Japan in the 1600s carving little Buddha statues out of wood. About 4,000 of these were made and placed in temples and shrines and in people's residence, and he became well known and revered for his carving. There was a group of people outside the exhibition hall fiddling with these cloths and other trinkets. Not sure whether they're for sale or whether they're part of an up-and-coming float festival. And they were very busy, so I didn't pay much more attention to them. The video was produced by myself, and it's the end of another exciting video of our Japanese tour, October 2018, day 13 of the Takayama Float Festival.